Alright, let's try this again. Okay, guys. Sorry for some technical difficulties there. Just getting the new link out. And we should be ready to go. All right, let's roll. All right, if you are tuning in, thanks for your patience there. We had some issues. Paulie's PC just crashed, and we also, Gringo is having some connection issues, but we are good to go now. So we have Moophisto is on Bo-Katan Rex with the Mission That Never Ends. So this deck was previously, running Kara with the Mission That Never Ends, but when this plot got bumped up to 3 points, it's actually a 3 now. Rex seems to have been made the new partner there. And we've got Gringo running a 3-wide Cassian Reset support deck. So I've seen this deck do some work. So Bo-Katan Rex, is going to be pretty aggressive, but I know this support deck can really dish out some damage and just really spit out dice here. So let's see how this goes. Let me make sure we're good in the stream. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure you guys are hearing me okay. All right. The obligatory GLHF has been uttered. So here we go. All right, let's get a little bit of lo-fi going here. Here comes Bo. It's a pretty good roll. This deck has a lot of health, though. 29 health. Started off really with 31 from the shields. So interesting that Moophisto is running Emperor's Throne Room. I guess his upgrade package, okay, so we can see he's got some specials here with the Mandalorian Axe, Ambin, and of course Bow special. So that's interesting. Let's see if that, forces him to, do a couple of early claims. Senator rolling out $1. Always love to see that. Just make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So yeah, for those of you tuning in here, Paulie, his PC crashed. I don't know what in the world happened. He must have had too many things going on. Too much CPU power being drawn. But we are good to go now. It's always good to have a backup plan. So Moophisto's choosing to go for Grief first, which is interesting. Probably for the spot yellow. I feel like it's just a I don't know, good practice to go for a yellow character first if that's your only one. See if you can catch them with the spot requirements. So Gringo's got a couple of nice 3 and 4 drops in his hand. Let's see if he's able to play any of these. He does opt to go for the elite BB-8. Let's see. So probably what's going to happen here is he's going to go bounty board for a bounty, PA Cassian, and I guess he's going to end up resetting BB-8. I mean, that thing can really spit out some resources and cards, so it's going to be a good good early game resource engine for Gringo here. So Moophisto's pretty content to just leave this 2 melee out there in the pool. He's not really too worried about that. There he does. He gets his $1. He's well on his way to playing that ATTE, maybe even Redemption if he wants. We'll see what happens. Yeah, turn off Headstrong if you kill Grief. You know he's probably running that in this deck. Flat. Yeah, I don't know. So I know that the Dice Commando came out with a video recently, sort of comparing Bo-Katan Rex with the plot versus Bo-Katan Kara without the plot. And I think the math just comes out to be that Bo-Katan Rex with the plot is better, maybe, right? Well, now in practice, right? Let's see if that happens. But I really like Rex, the Rex version, right? Because you almost are guaranteed to get that Westar ping with Rex's ability. It's pretty cool. Oh, the 2 focus. Let's see. Is Moophisto gonna overwrite with an Ambin just to get rid of the 2 focus? That would be interesting. No, he just chooses to pass. Is that a play you consider? I know there's some really competitive players here in the chat. Like, if you're Moophisto, do you actually consider overwriting your Westar with an Ambin just to get that 2 focus off the board? I mean, I guess he probably doesn't worry about it because he can just focus into a 2 focus anyway, but I don't know. I guess the Westar ping's probably just too important. Here comes the bounty board for the reset. Let's see where Gringo puts the bounty. So that's interesting. Let's see, it doesn't necessarily indicate who he's going to target first, but that will be something that I'm curious to see. Does Gringo decide to go for Rex first or Kara? Kara's dice coming out with that plot are just brutal. So he does put it on Rex, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to target Rex, so let's just see what happens. There comes the reset on the BB-8 with Cassian's power action. So for anyone who's just tuning in, or if you maybe don't know, Cassian has this really cool ability. You power action and play a yellow card, and then you have to spot a leader, and then you can reset a non-character card. So that's extremely powerful. You can reset, your Bad Batch, reset your ATTE, or whatever you want, really. But yeah, reset your Outrider. Feels pretty good. Yeah, I always struggle playing support decks whenever I'm playing like a 2-wide upgrade deck, because it just feels like you run out of stuff to do, and it becomes sort of a mental game where you just have to pass a million times. Which is you do what you got to do, but I always find it a little difficult to play against a support deck when I'm playing a 2-wide. Here comes them dollars, baby. Just unbelievable. So what do you play here? Do you play Redemption or the ATTE? Probably the Redemption, right? Because you got that 2 focus out there. You're just going to play focus into the 2 money. Yep. So Grief is going down. Second round, I would imagine. But that shouldn't really hurt Gringo too much, because he still has the Senator to spot for the reset. So interesting that is Moophisto gonna, is he keeping this 2 melee out there so that he claims it gets the 3 unblockable indirect? We'll see what he does. Oh man, discarding the Headstrong. Okay. Well, now now Moophisto knows that ATT is coming, but I'm sure he figured he had something else. Oh yeah, the Bo-Katan power action. I always forget about that. Huh. He doesn't focus into the 2 money. That's interesting. That's a next level thinking play. I guess I would have just... So he gets 2 cards here. Dorsal turret. He didn't open himself up to play the ATTE. I wonder why. I mean, the 2 shields obviously are nice for Grief, who's already at 50% health, but... Maybe he was worried about a Lothcat, potentially. And he manages to get a resolvable side on the dorsal. Pretty good. Alright, here we go. Round 2. Moo's ditching all of his upgrades. He's looking for... What's he looking for? Covert mission, maybe?
His resistance.
Alright, so Moophisto's got a couple of upgrades. Does have a piece of removal, 2 if you count the Ambin. Okay. Guessing here comes the Headstrong, maybe? Yep. Gotta play it before you lose Grief. Do you play the Vibro, or do you maybe try to get some removal out with the Ambin? Yeah. Here comes Redemption with the dorsal turret. Like that one discard side on the dorsal. Strip the hand. Alright. It's going to be really hard, I feel like, for Moophisto to get a Bo-Katan power action off. Because, I mean, the way that Gringo is just... He's just rolling out like all of his support dice first, and then... You know, there's really no target for the Bo PA. Alright, we're bringing Polly back. He's recovered. Give him a sec to join. Hey, Polly.
Well, hello.
Welcome back.
I don't know what happened. For some reason, my system time on my computer jumped from 6:38 to 6:30 backwards.
It's all good. So is he switching targets to Cassian? Sorry, I was a little distracted there. I wonder.
You're fine. You're fine. I'm sorry.
Maybe he's starting to realize the power of the resets. Let's see what happens here.
I'm jumping back into TTS.
It's always a tough spot to be in against a support deck. No cards.
Oof. Yeah.
At least he does have a die showing damage that, you know, can be resolved as a 4. So that's going to feel good if he's able to get it off here. And yeah, there's really nothing that Gringo's going to be able to do about that. I guess that's probably why he sunk the 2 damage into Cassian there, because he's counting on this this 3 melee not getting removed, and he's just going to snipe Cassian. Or I'm sorry, he's going to snipe Grief.
Snipe Grief, yeah.
Oh.
I can see that.
Well, he's not going to be able to do it anymore. That shield.
I mean, could be waiting for an opportunity to use Bo's power action to get the extra damage across.
Yeah. Well, because this one, which is really a 3, then becomes a 4 with the Bo PA. So he had lethal until Grief got that shield.
True.
So.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely something that really strong players will do, is that, you know, they don't want to waste any ounce of damage, right? So he could have sunk that 2 into Grief, but I guess he must have felt confident that he was going to be able to resolve this 3 as a 4 and kill Grief, but maybe he just didn't think about Grief getting a shield.
No, he might be at a position, though, that with no cards in hand, with this type of a deck against all those dice, being able to remove, you know, pseudo-remove, kind of, you know, you still take the damage, but remove something that modifier could technically use before the modifier gets used. I mean, especially with no cards in hand, like that could be what he's thinking there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have an ATTE hit the table here very soon. And then, yeah, if it rolls a 2, to your point, Paulie, it's going to get PA'd. So it doesn't match up with the Cassian modifier. But then again, the ATTE is... I really like this card. This card's super cool. I always love cards that hit each of an opponent's characters. You know, like Duchess and whatnot. On Baron Hover Tank. You know, because we play a lot of... Well, we used to play a lot of 2v2 on the server over webcam. So, like, we love those cards.
Yeah. Things that do a bunch of splash damage.
Yep, any minute now that ATT is going to hit. So... Yeah, by the way, guys, if you're watching, this is our third stream link because we were just having some issues, just working out some kinks. So if if you guys wouldn't mind, get the word out that the link you're at now is the correct one.
My bad.
Well, it's not even that. Like the first one we had up, the scheduled one didn't end up working the way we thought, and anyway,
We're all learning.
working out kinks on a Friday night.
And we're playing Destiny. We're watching Destiny. That's all that really matters.
Yeah, that is true, man. So, Paulie, we're going to St. Louis.
We are headed to St. Louis. Bringing some friends. There it is.
Yep.
The AT Kelsey, as chat so elegantly says that Chase calls it. Because it hits like a tank. Thanks, Nicholas, for pointing that out.
So Gringo's out of cards, so he realizes that. Well, yeah. Well, he's gonna get 3 unblockable damage here with bow. So that's that's no joke.
That's no joke. Spread it around.
Yeah. Surprised he didn't just take the shield. I mean, was he really worried that he might get that Gringo might claim? Why not just take the shield and then do the special with the claim? Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's one of those.
Yeah, I guess there's
it's
one shield is just not worth the risk of potentially losing 3 unblockable indirect. So that makes perfect sense.
And when you look at the dice that were left on the table, how much of it could really flip into damage at that point?
Yeah. Yep.
Leaving a blank, a couple modifiers, even a disrupt that really doesn't matter on the table to claim before your opponent does. It's usually pretty good too.
Let's see who he's gonna ping. Switching to Cassian. Okay. All right, so we've got good chunk of removal over here, mitigation for Moophisto, and then plenty of supports over here for Gringo.
Lots of dice to roll out, and now he's got a 3 shielded grief that could have been dead last round. Ooh, that's how I roll. What's he got in his hand there that he wants the extra money for?
So Gringo's just got 1 piece of removal here. He could very well lose a character this round.
What's Moose sitting on his hand? He took that extra $1 for something. He's got some removal and something else to play?
He's got some removal. He's probably wanting to get down that Executioner Axe.
Yeah.
I think.
Pretty good on bow.
Some more dice on the table.
Yep.
Yep, here it comes. So now he's got another target for the for Throne Room.
True. Yep. Very good.
I'm gonna AFK 1 minute. I'm gonna get the little one-eyed drink.
So let's see what Gringo does here. Obviously, he's got at least 1 piece of removal in his hand, so that's good. Lots of blanks showing still. Trying to get something to do with those blanks. Focuses work well for this, so that'll play. Rolling in bow. Big money here. Let's see. Oh, got some damage. That's what we like to see. Let's see what we do here. Three range, 2 stick. Vibro with a 1 stick. Still a couple of focuses on Rex's dice too, so anything flipped and not removed. Still has the ability to do something with those, so that's good.
All right, I'm back. I see
Played a Razor
Moophisto.
Crest.
I see
Yeah,
Moophisto has rolled into a boatload of damage.
He has rolled into a lot of it that he can resolve all at once, which is really good.
Yeah,
So
and
he can
remember,
wipe
Gringo's just sitting
some
on one
people.
Lothcat, so this is going to be a difficult round
Mhm.
for Gringo.
Lothcat's what he's got in his hand.
Yes. Yeah, Gringo's got Small Battles 1, 2 supports, and a
Yep.
Lothcat. So
He used Cassian's power action to play that Razor Crest, which let him reset that redemption. So he's going to try to possibly squeeze out some more health here to stay alive after this giant, massive amount of damage coming across to Gringo here.
So interesting that Moophisto switches targets again. What is his strategy here? Somebody smarter than me at Destiny tell me why he keeps switching.
The only thing that I can think of at this point, like right now, why he targeted the center was because of the two focus dice that are sitting in the pool.
Yeah, I wonder also if like he's trying to put pressure with the unblockable indirect from the claim that he gets from throne room with Bow's die. Like he's just splitting his damage to sort of put Gringo in a weird, spot.
Could be. I mean, with all the blanks out there and the fact that he reset redemption, and he drops another ATT. Gross.
Yeah. So.
Yep. It takes the focuses off the table, so all those blanks sitting out there that he can't resolve.
Yep.
Currently, he reset redemption, so those dice have to come off the table so that he can use that redemption again.
Yep. Yeah, that's probably the more logical answer to why he switched targets there. 4 focus is very threatening, so. Yeah, I mean.
I understand why wanting to reset redemption, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would have pulled the trigger that early on resetting it, especially with all the blanks still out on the table.
He would actually love to see the 2 focus on that Razor Crest, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Razor Crest is a great card to play down. Don't get me wrong; it's a great die and it's a great vehicle. But I don't know that I would have pulled the trigger that early on that power action.
Yeah, this 3-wide support deck, there's just so many things to do. I mean, it takes a really strong player to maximize a deck like this, to sequence properly and to know, how. Well, it's like how what makes you activate ATTE before Razor Crest, right? Maybe sometimes it's arbitrary, but sometimes I'm sure there's a meaningful reason behind it. And people who pilot decks like this, you get the reps in, and you just sort of. Yeah, support decks are so hard. Can be very hard to play because sequencing is such a strong mechanic in a support deck. Because every deck you play against with your support deck, your sequencing is going to be slightly different. Who you bring in is going to be slightly different. What cards or what supports you play at certain times, and realistically, how the game is going will also play a big factor into that. So I mean, there's probably something that Gringo is obviously thinking about. When it came to, look at that roll. Wow, that is a good reroll there on that Rex die and the Veteran of War. Okay, so so Gringo did pop his Lothcat, so he's done. He's got little does Moophisto know that was his last piece of removal, but
very true. And Moo's got 3 cards left in hand, right?
Yep, 3 cards. He's got a Riot Shield, a Lothcat himself, as well as a Negotiate. Yeah, this is looking precarious here for Gringo.
I could see him sacrificing that Rex die for the Negotiate for the 2 TEs.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's really not going to do a whole lot because the opponent gets to choose the 2 dice they remove. You know what I mean?
Well, true. You're right. That's right. That's Negotiate does say let your opponent choose. Yeah.
But yeah, depending on how many dice are in the pool, you might save it.
That's right.
Probably, keeping it out there to threaten the bow PA, that's for sure.
For sure. Yeah, that is a good move, too. Threaten that bow PA just in case you get something that you can pair up with that Cassian modifier.
Thank you, Gandor. He gave me a little tip there to watch my hand gestures, so I'm not giving anything away. That didn't even occur to me. So thank you, dude.
See, this is how much we play on stream with fake names. I didn't even realize that was Gandor.
Somebody said earlier, Moophisto said, "Why do you guys stream on YouTube? I have to use my real name."
Right?
Hey, we're all friends. Come on.
So many blinks. Let's see what he can do here with this. This is a lot of dice in the pool still.
Wow, brutal.
Maybe I need to leave. Maybe it's me. Maybe I just need to let my computer die and go back to.
Hey, Paulie, tell us more about these 3D printed trophies, dude. I know that Norman was hyping them a little bit, but...
So the 3D printed trophies for St. Louis, for those who don't know, myself and OTS is donating some trophies for the top 4, the top cut. They are what's called lithophanes. If anybody doesn't know what a lithophane is, it's essentially a 2D picture that's printed in 3D space out of plastic. And so they're printed in a way to where the dark parts of the picture are printed thicker, so less light gets let through, and obviously the lighter parts of the picture are thinner. And so when you put a light behind them or put them up to a light of some sort, then that light shows through and the picture just blows up and explodes. So even though they're essentially monochrome or gray scaled, there's still so much depth to them. There's such a cool design.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 of them coming out. With Norm picked the picture for it. He thought, what better picture to use for I will make it legal tournament than the Sith Master himself,
An old Palpatine.
Palpatine.
Old Sheev.
So
Making things
some
legal.
unique trophies for this one. So something that you won't find many other places.
Okay, there's the bow PA.
There's the bow PA. Get that 2 out of there. Yeah, got the shields off of it at least, right? You got to eat through them eventually. He's got the medical droid special, which will help him survive a little bit longer, but I mean, he still has redemption that he can roll out again. He still has the bounty board too, unless he just doesn't have any more bounties to go get.
Both of his headstrongs are gone too, so I'm not sure what other multi-die removal he might have. I guess probably negotiate, but that's just too situational. And you know, we'll see. Definitely looking like this game's going to Moophisto here, but let's see. We'll see what happens.
No, don't count the chickens with their hatched.
Bo-Katan Rex is...
Dude, it's one of my favorite decks right now. I played it at the release party. Well, I played Bo Kara at the release party.
Yeah.
With the plot, but the switch over to Rex has been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple battlefields out there that have really good PAs or have a die roll in with them. So yeah, I mean, even if you're not getting a Westar ping, you can just steal the battlefield and some extra value with Rex taking it.
And sometimes it's just good to steal the battlefield for those battlefields that are like, I know you like to play Blue Inquisitor's deck that uses the Jedi. That has dice attached to it, right? So being able to remove that dice out of the pool is really good too.
Yeah, absolutely.
If needed.
Yeah, Gringo's not out of this game yet. Let's see what happens.
No, not at all. He's getting some damage here and there. So I'll be interested, and I'm sure you may have already explained it, or somebody in the chat may have already explained it. I'm interested to see how forced labor interacts with the plot.
Oh, that's a good question. So let's see, what's going to happen first after one of your... I guess they're both after effects. So but the after effect on forced labor is going to be, yeah. I'm not even going to try to explain that because that's not.
I'm not either. That's a Gandor
We've
question.
We've got Gandor in the chat. Well, maybe he'll.
That's a Gandor question. I mean, I have a pretty good idea of how I believe it will play out. If it gets that direction, which it looks like it might. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays. It's just interesting interactions like this you don't think about when like when we're playing, or the less competitive crowd maybe playing.
Yep. Okay, so immediately you're going to roll out Rex. No surprise there. Get a Westar ping off.
Get the ping off.
Not a bad roll.
You're going to hit. Gonna go after Cassian. Yeah,
He's got some removal. Let's see what Gringo's working with.
See if he can get better. See if he can get something out there that works a little bit better for him than what happened last round.
He has absolutely no mitigation, so this is going to be difficult. But at the same time, you know, offense is the best defense. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's why I like to play Rex Bow.
I love this Arccaster. You may activate it and reroll a die. Look at this, 5 dice coming out. We talked about this a little bit earlier when the stream was still on your side, Paulie, and you were sort of showing the deck lists. Had, you know, a pretty brief conversation about Arccaster and Dorsal, and you know, it's a little precarious to run those, right, with DM floating around. But yeah, like I said earlier, I think someone like Gringo, I'm sure he has a really good reason for it, and maybe on average it has, you know, there's a low risk.
Well, that, and I mean, when you look, these top 8 are playing against each other, right? And so they know what they're playing against. So they have a pretty good idea of what the ratio or what the possibility of seeing DM is in a match. So the possibility of seeing one or not seeing one is probably outweighed the risk of playing cards like that. Bo's going to be able to ping as well, so we're looking for 2 damage. Gringo's really in the tank here. I think he's... What's he got in his hand right now?
1 sec.
He's thinking, does he need shields? Yeah, I'm going to take a couple. Makes sense.
Gringo has basically just a handful of dice. You know, he has greed, which is a ram card. He has no removal. He's got Arccaster. I mean, Arccaster, I mean, soft removal and gives you tempo there and just more offense. But
he's got greed's yellow, right? He's got yellow cards in his hand, so he may be thinking about a way to maximize Cassian's power action so that he can maybe survive a little bit longer, possibly.
Yep.
Especially since he took those 2 shields off the redemption. So, I mean, I can see a train of thought of try to maximize some redemption and some medical droid usage here, and then reset it and roll it back out, since that's kind of what he did last round too.
This is still game 1, by the way, for anyone tuning in.
Game 1, wow.
So game 1 of you know, this is a best of 3.
Best of 3.
And you know, I think Bad Batch is probably a big component of this 3-wide support deck. You really want to get that Bad Batch out and be resetting that. I mean, that's like your hero Mega Blasters.
True. I mean, that's what he's doing with the redemption now as well, right? Oh, there you go. See, because he reset it. Yep.
Another Arccaster. Here we go. And of course, those set-aside medical droid dice are going to stay in the pool.
Yep.
I mean, this redemption is, I mean, it's living up to its name.
Doing some work, for sure.
This is a medical freighter, right? He gets to reroll one as well.
There's some more healing, there's some more damage.
Let's see if he...
I mean, this is just as good as playing, you know, first aids and
wow, he gets a +2. Let's see, there
you go.
Moophisto's got to power the tribe, so he's got a couple of options here.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that's really fun about support decks, is you just feel like you always have something to do. You know?
Right. Yeah. Take the 2 shields, yeah. Makes sense. He's just basically piling on. Unless you've got, you know, this is the reason why in my Rex and Bow deck I play DX2 Disruptor Blasters to get around the shields, you know, building the shields up. But it makes sense to play Power of the Tribe to remove those shields, because that's literally all he's doing is just healing his characters and putting shields on.
That has to be frustrating for Moophisto to see Grief healing for 3 there.
Right when he had him, at one point.
Yeah, he was close. Detect. He missed the detect. he just rolled out Cassian, right?
Did, yeah. Yeah, he missed the detect.
I don't think that's a May effect, but I don't want to
I
interfere.
mean, it's yeah, it's on the players too.
Yeah, I'm not judging. I'm just streaming.
Right? I mean, Gringo has basically reversed 2 rounds worth of damage. Almost. Well, maybe not 2 rounds. You know, because
Yeah.
I mean, with all the healing, with all the shields.
So remember though, Gringo's he has no mitigation. So I mean, someone's
true.
going down here, and there's just nothing Gringo can do about it. So
We got 5 here.
I was starting to think that maybe Moophisto was gonna keep Bo ready and sort of tempt Gringo to kill Rex, so then he could get the he could redeploy the West Star, get another ping. But
Very
I
true.
guess knowing that the good player that Gringo is, he's probably wouldn't even bother falling into that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I think Gringo at this point, well, he might be turning a corner here, or not necessarily turning a corner, but he may have been trying to just stave off a whole bunch of stuff, waiting, trying to do what he could to keep his characters alive before Bo rolled in, knowing that Bo can hit like a truck.
Yep.
Which you just see her do and take out Cassian finally.
So, I mean, right now with this focus on the board, Moophisto is threatening.
Yeah, there's not a lot. I don't
7
think
damage. I mean, he is threatening lethal here. He focuses into the 2, or the 4 rather, on the Vibro. Claims that's a Bo special for 3. I mean, that's lethal. So, Gringo has to see that.
Right. He may see it, but like you said, he's just not sitting on any removal, right? So he's nothing really he can do about it.
Yeah.
So he's thinking he's got what, 3 turns here?
Let's see. Does BB-8 have a shield? BB-8 does have a shield, so that's probably why.
So he's thinking he's got
roll a shield.
3.
There it is.
So there's turn 1. There's turn 2. Can he do something? Nothing.
Yeah, that's game.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on a second. How did I not do math right? Okay, no, I was gonna say. There.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's just.
Yeah, it's just semantics at this point.
I mean, unless Gringo claims, but that seems. Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah. Yeah, he needed to get a shield on before he resolved that 4 melee.
Mm-hmm.
And then hope he could somehow kill both characters and not die to the mission that never ends before the next round when he was going to get West Star pinged anyway. All right. Moving on to game 2. Okay.
There it is.
Whew. So now that these guys are a little more comfy, let's see how game 2 plays out.
Yep. Now they both know what's going on. They both know what's coming. So now they're going to play slightly different, set up slightly different. I mean, it's one thing to see a deck list; it's something else to play against it. So this will be good. This will be good. We'll see who comes out the gate firing on all cylinders to start with. I think. Moo could possibly, if he really hammers out the damage early with this Bo Rex deck, I think this could be quick game 2. I'm actually not surprised to see a long game 1 either, especially with these 2 players. Just trying to see everything that's in the deck and see how it all plays out. Like, that's a decent strategy when you're playing a best of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. On to game 2. So since I didn't catch it, did Gringo or Moo win the roll off the first game?
Well, they were on Throne Room, so I am pretty sure Moophisto won. I highly doubt Gringo would have taken that just for the shield. Pretty sure Moophisto won the roll-off, so we'll probably be on Undercity this time.
Gotcha. Yeah, makes sense.
Undercity's such a good battlefield. I mean, it's just...
I love Undercity.
Yeah.
Card draw, just in general, in any game. It doesn't matter what you're playing. Card draw of any kind is good.
Yep.
In a card game. So...
Gringo
it's
takes
always
a little break before we come back here. So
it's always long games.
Sorry, go ahead, Paulie.
I was gonna say Anthony in the chat was saying that the game is long because Gringo has to do a million things. Man, that's a support deck at heart right there.
Yeah, right.
Let me roll out these 18 million dice, please. 1 second. So events coming up. We've got St. Louis ARH Regional happening at the end of this month, right? We've also got a couple TTS events coming up. Right?
Yeah.
They got the Geos this weekend.
Geo, the Outer Room Open starts tomorrow, 6 a.m. Eastern. I will be playing in that one.
Nice.
And maybe only that one. We'll see.
We
got a comment from Hunter. What's up, Hunter?
My son checking in on the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got the Outer Room Open this weekend. St. Louis, I will make it regional, or I will make it legal.
I will make it legal.
And
it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be down there streaming, or trying to stream.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, we record a bunch of games, maybe get some streaming in for the top cuts. But we're definitely. I'm gonna be looking at why my rig just blew up tonight, because that was what I was gonna take with me to St. Louis.
Right.
But we will be streaming and recording some games. So we'll bring some gameplay to the good people of Destiny. It'll be exciting to get back out there and play with real, not that we're not real people, but play in real life.
Oh, I can't wait, dude. I really, I said this before. I just have such a good feeling about St. Louis. I feel like it's just going to kick off the year, start off strong and really set the stage, right? So yeah. I put the verified events link in the chat. We also have, Orfme is having an event actually on that same day. I believe it's also January 27th.
That's right, in Utah. So that'll be fun. Yeah. So if you guys are in that area, definitely check out the link I just put in the chat and give him a shout and make your way out to Utah if you can. That'll work out good. It'll be nice to see people.
So unfortunately, Moophisto did not. Oh, he did. He drew a Vibro. So I was going to say he didn't have any upgrades. I'm not sure how much that matters in this deck. If you don't have an upgrade, probably you do care about that. But he does have a Vibro. I'm sure he probably wants to try to get that down here turn 1. And then,
yeah, I mean it would be nice to have a red weapon with the armory, so you can get the extra draw. Oh no, sorry, it's just played on a red character. So yeah, unfortunately with the Vibro, not getting the decrease to play it if you play it on bow to get the card draw.
Oh, what is
but
this?
I can see.
Very nice. Whoa. I love this. This is actually the exact advice that I believe was in I'm pretty sure when he did an article a while back on OP and playing in real life, like the detect mechanic. You need to sort of be mindful of when you're discarding a card as well. Love that.
Yep.
You roll a die to make sure.
Yep.
So I'm sure Gringo is going to want to try to get his Outrider down here, turn 1 and reset it. If he's able to do that, it's going to be a really good match for him.
It will be.
Oh.
Oh, there's the red shield, sure.
Oh, is he going to put the... Interesting, he's putting the Vibro back.
Yeah.
That's right, Norm. St. Louis keeping it legal since 2022, baby. Hey, Luigi77X, what's going on? Thanks, man.
That may or may not be one of my other children.
You said it would not be?
That may or may not be one of my other children.
Okay. So Gandork, I saw that Lando Wonka was saying he misses your streams, so guess that means you need to get back out and stream, man. People want to hear what you have to say. And that, my friends, is going to be enough money to get his Outrider out, even if he gets Lothcatted.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I play a 3-wide support tech, I can never get the 4th resource turn 1. Or somebody messes with me. But, you know, my opponents always do. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, man. There it is. I love this bounty board too. Yep. You're guaranteed to pull a yellow card to power Cassian's reset.
Right.
Yeah, Grief is such an interesting character. I love that. I love characters that bring in set aside things, right? Just for the theme.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Like Kylo, right? Driven by anger, Kylo, redemption. From redemption.
Mm-hmm. The Pre Vizsla with the Darksaber. Like, the Darksaber's just good in general. Just, I mean, you'd play that card in a deck, but the fact that you get to play it straight up is good.
Yep. So, Polly, do you know who voices Pre Vizsla?
Do I know who voices Pre Vizsla? I am horrible with names.
I'll give you a hint.
I'm surprised I know yours.
He is a very big deal when it comes to the Star Wars Disney Plus shows.
Yeah, no, I can see the face. I just can't remember the name.
Yeah, it's Jon Favreau. It's like
right, yeah. That's right.
Oh, that hurts. But feels good for Moo. Get that money off the board.
Yep. Bounty board's also good for if you need an extra reroll to maybe finish off a character, get some extra damage. That extra card you can pitch.
Oh yeah.
Good. Let's see what he does here.
That Outrider's special scary.
Yeah, very scary.
Oh, whoops, he shuffled.
Oopsies. Well.
I mean, it's going to hurt himself. I mean, he altered the game state, but there's really nothing you can do about it at this point other than the fact that whatever you just put there is no longer there.
You no longer have that information. I mean, I guess technically that...
Yeah, resolving it now is unfair. I would agree with that. That's brutal. That could cost him.
We'll see what happens. We'll see how that played out. I mean, this early in the game, it may not cost him as much as it would have late game if he put something there that he really needed. I mean, he needs this game, so he really just needs everything that he can get.
So he greeds.
Agrees to do something.
And chooses the pass. Huh. Does he not realize he has an additional action with greed, or did... I guess he just didn't want to claim for some reason.
Interesting. Maybe he's just flustered. Maybe he's just flustered now since...
Yeah.
Since shuffling that. I mean, it happens. It happens to the best of us, right?
Yep, sure does. What's up, Rebel? Welcome back, dude. Yeah, your mom won game 1. Gantork.
If you want to beat her in game 2, she'll be in St. Louis.
Oh, wow. Moophisto's got 2 black market connections in his hand. And,
oh, wow.
So the thing is, he has to keep them both. Because if the Rebel Senator discards a card and one of them ends up being the... So in other words, he's in a really good spot.
Right.
Oh, man, that's gonna be a big swing. That's gotta feel so good right now for Moophisto.
Yeah.
So...
A little bit of damage. Ping grief off.
Going for grief again.
Yeah, get rid of that yellow removal. Right? That spot yellow stuff.
So Gringo manages to find his Bad Batch a little earlier this time, so let's see if he's able to play it, and let's see if that affects the outcome.
Has he found redemption yet?
He does have a redemption in his hand. Let's see if he chooses to play Bad Batch, though. The Bad Batch can just... I mean, I don't know. If you roll it in the 2 set aside... Is it engineer dice? They have 2 money sides on them, so 2 1 money sides, I should say.
I would think that if I'm in... Well, I don't know. As I said, if I was going to say, if I was in Moophisto's position, I might want to see Bad Batch over Redemption, maybe? I don't know. It depends. I mean, you have to think, are they going to play, being the smart players that they are they going to wait? You know, is Gringo going to wait to play one of the 2 based on what Bo rolls out, or based on what he plays onto Bo when Bo rolls out? Because if Bo comes out swinging fire, I can only imagine he's probably going to play the Redemption, just so that he can try to make back some of that shield and health. But I don't know.
So
yeah, I agree, Norman. Always Bad Batch first. I mean, getting it down with the extra dice and Redemption has the extra dice too, but the dice with Bad Batch is just so good utility wise, for sure.
So he's going to get another shot at the Outrider special. Let's see if this time he's able to ramp with that. And really, Moophisto can't do anything about it because I mean he could negotiate, but then Gringo just will choose to remove probably that blank and that +2 or the shield. Let's see what happens.
Don't shuffle.
So both of these players have a really good chance at sort of dropping a big upgrade or diced card for... Oh, okay, there comes a Headstrong. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, never mind.
I didn't even see that Headstrong.
All good laid plans.
Oh, man.
All good laid plans.
Well, then.
Hyper-focused. It's all good.
We're just the best.
I noticed it out of the corner. I noticed it out of the corner of my eye, but I forgot all about it. Contraband seizure.
There it is.
Yeah,
What's he gonna get?
I mean, what's
Lord.
the best card?
Gringo knows. Probably a Vibro Sword. I mean,
that's what makes sense to me.
Because you roll the discard side on it and you feel pretty good about it because you're up against a support deck. There it is.
There it is.
Gross.
Yeah, discard early with the Vibro Sword against a support deck is great because you're just taking all the weapons out of their hands. I mean, obviously with Bo and Rex, you just want to be just hammering damage, but...
Yeah. Rebel noticed the Headstrong before we did.
Of course he did. It's Rebel.
Oh my gosh. I just got so excited about it, and I just wanted them to both have a way to get something out for free, but so I got tunnel vision.
It's always exciting when big bombs drop on the table.
Yep.
More focus. So you can get some value out of Cassiu. Possibly.
You know what's
Ooh,
really
there's some damage. There's some damage.
Yeah, there's some damage. You know what's really interesting about these top players, Moophisto, Gringo. Moophisto's had these two indirect sides in his pool for how many turns now? And he's not in a hurry.
Well, I mean, to be fair, against a 3-wide, when you're also running Bo, who can just do some crazy direct damage, that 4 indirect damage against a 3 wide doesn't look great, but 4 indirect against a 2, or depending on how your other character rolls against a 1, is phenomenal. Right?
Yeah. I'm just saying though, the thought process. Like, did he keep those
True.
2 out there knowing that he might get negotiated and he wanted to just keep them in his pool? Right? He just removed one of the 2 indirect.
I mean, good players know about every card and quickly think on their feet in terms of what's the possibility of having, you know, certain cards in hand.
Yeah.
Down goes
Bye-bye,
Grief. There goes all the spot yellows.
He probably only has the 2 headstrongs though. That's probably his only 2 spots. Because you have
Probably.
to figure if you're running just 1 yellow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're probably not running a lot of spot requirements if you're just running the 1 yellow. I mean, some of the best removal though is in spot yellows. So.
Yeah.
Power action in the battlefield. See, and that's something else that's different, man. I tend to power action, like specifically that battlefield. I tend to power action that super early. It's just because I have the mentality of seeing more cards every round is better than seeing less. He just liked what was in his hand. I mean, especially since he had 2 black market connections, obviously, to start with.
Yep.
So. Gringo's still got that focus that he can do something with to get some value out of that +2. Yep, there goes that headstrong. Might as well. Oh, not going to use the focus yet. See, same thing here. I would have used the focus. Then again, maybe Gringo's thinking, hey, what do you have in your hand? What did you go draw? Yeah, there's a negotiate.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's a play that I wouldn't have thought about doing. Like, I wouldn't have thought about taking the discard. But then again, he reset the Outrider, so.
Yeah, he's gonna get another chance to resolve an Outrider special. So
sure.
Let's see what happens. Man, that's just discarding a card to reroll 1 die. Just, I mean, I guess because you're gonna really, it becomes 2 dice because you get to roll it out again.
Sure. I mean, and to be fair, is Data Heist doing a lot in his deck, in his hand right now?
Well, it's a reset card with Cassian, but yeah, I mean...
True. Very true.
But hey, it worked out, so...
It did work out.
At this level of play, I like to think that the players are thinking through the odds.
Oh, for sure they are.
Alright, so he's got something on the bottom. We don't know what that is. Let's see what happens. He's going to be able to focus into it.
Right, and that's why, I mean, and that's where I was talking about. I would have already used that focus to get the damage, right? Like, he's using the focus so he can get the special off on the Outrider, which makes sense.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he may not.
Well, true. What's Moophisto running in his hand right now? What's he got?
He just has a Mandalorian Executioner Axe.
Which,
you know, but Gringo has no damage.
Very true.
On Moo's side of the table. So,
very true.
He's probably so worried about a Lothcat right now, or
right.
Yeah, that's probably pretty much the only thing that he could be worried about, because negotiate wouldn't do it.
Yep.
Oh, he gets it.
No, natural special.
That's
there we
big.
go. Oh, and he just passes. You got to think he's just going to use it, right? Or is he going to hold off? He's going to chance it. Because he's got to be thinking, okay, if Moo passed, didn't spend any sort of removal on the Outrider special, maybe he thinks he's in the clear here.
He might not have anything very good in the bottom of his deck.
Very true. Very true. He's going to discard that last card. He's like, hey, you didn't want to use it. I'm going to make you get rid of it.
Okay. He's going to just resolve the 3 indirect.
3 indirect, get 6 damage out of the deal. I mean, that's not bad either.
It's not.
Especially, you know, knowing what's on the bottom of his deck.
Yep.
He's still going to be able to flip into 3 for 3. It's not horrible. can still, yeah, you can still flip into something on that die. He's like, nah, I'm good.
So, what are you guys thinking in the chat? Who's gonna any bets? Who's gonna pull this one through?
He could have Rebel. You're right. He could have had that batch this round. I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, I think Moose still has it. Like, those dice are just so strong. The ping damage, yeah. I don't know. Like, that round definitely went to Moo for sure.
Yep.
I mean, Gringo still has dice on the table. He's got 5 coming in on Outrider. He can still reset Outrider multiple times. I mean, that's 10 dice that he's going to be able to resolve just off that one support alone. And it'll be interesting. It'll be close. I think this round, depending on who comes out swinging this round, if Gringo can come out swinging and get some damage on Moo early. What's Moo working with this round?
Moophisto's got. Let's see. I'm pretty sure he just dropped an armory.
He did.
And he's gonna get a West Star out. He's got a riot shield and 2 military prowess. So military prowess can be pretty blowout. Oh no, I guess he can spot 2, so he can remove 2 dice for $2. I mean, it's pretty good.
I mean, multi dice removal against support decks not bad.
Yeah.
No BB-8 on Gringo's side.
Gringo needs to get this bad batch out.
For sure. He should have had it out last round, I think. I mean, he built up Outrider, which is, it seemed like that's the plan he wanted to go with, but yeah.
Yeah. Gringo does have some more damage dice he can resolve for sure.
With the Outrider, for sure. Yeah. And there it is right there. There's more damage dice. That's why I said, if Gringo can get out, and resolve, 8 to 10 damage, or 8 to 10 dice with damage, like, that's pretty good, depending on what else he's got in his hand. I mean, he has the possibility of resolving 3 big damage dice right here, and then resetting and trying to go again for it, depending on what move plays.
Yeah, here comes the military prowess.
Yep, there it is. Yeah.
It's a really cool card.
I mean, it's a headstrong with no spot requirement. Well, it's spot troopers, I guess, but I mean, this deck, it's good. It's a good card. Yeah. Good play. Armory, get an extra card. Let's see what he does here. Does he activate Cassian next? Or does he PA? Does he PA to try to get the... He activates it next and try to get the resolve on the...
Yeah, so... Yellow cards in hand are going to be Headstrong, but she can't play anymore.
True.
Razor Crest and Lothcat, so... Up to Razor Crest, probably going to be playing that Lothcat to reset his...
That would be my guess. You play that, and then hopefully he still has the Bad Batch in his hand, yeah?
Yep, he still has Bad Batch. We'll see.
Couple of pings, couple of damage there. Pitch the card you can't use. Keep the money, yeah. Hopefully he can get into some money, maybe get that Bad Batch out and still have removal and reset. Got the money. Nobody's gonna let him have it. Yep, take the $2.
It's good that he it's actually pretty lucky that he got the $4 before he
Oof.
activated Bow.
Oh my god.
Because if Bow rolls the 3 or the discard on the Vibro, then
True. Yeah, very good.
Gringo would be hurting. But yeah, good thing he got the $4.
Yeah, he got that out.
Let's see though.
So now Gringo's stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Like that's quite a bit of damage. Now it's, to be fair, it's in separate instances, right? Separate actions. But still, it's a lot of damage.
So yeah, for anyone else watching, Polly and I, like we said earlier, actually, just a quick recap in case anyone is just tuning in. This is game 2.
There it is. There it is. Finally got it down.
Yep. So yeah, this is game 2 of the best of 3. So Moophisto won game 1. But yeah, about St. Louis. Yeah, so Polly, you and I are both going. You got some really awesome 3D printed trophies you're bringing. We're also gonna try to stream, right? We're gonna try to do some webcam streaming of the actual tabletop rolling. So we're gonna see how that goes. But it'll be a little bit of a proof of concept. But you know, we know for a lot of people who can't make it, they'd still love to sort of still feel like they can participate.
Yeah, we're gonna attempt to do some live streaming of some games. I think we're gonna attempt to do some quiet commentating. I don't know how that's gonna work, but get some stuff. Try to set up so we can commentate like this on some of the live Top Cut at that tournament. So we'll see how it goes. Bad Batch coming in with one of each, maybe. Nope.
This stage, he's going for the the clone chipper dice. So Bad Batch is really cool. Oh, he's gonna roll Bad Batch and a Rebel Engineer first, and then decide.
Yeah.
So by spotting a leader, he gets to roll in another one. So.
Correct.
Not a bad roll.
Not horrible.
Moophisto cannot do anything about this. This is a good spot to PA Bow to get the base off the table. But then again, you know, we'll see.
I mean, you're looking at Moophisto's looking at what three on the special, 3 on the guns, 2 on the vibro, which you can turn into a 3. So I mean that's 9. That's 9 right there. You can put, yeah.
Yeah, Platform actually made an interesting observation. Or actually, so I'm sorry, it was Gandork. But yeah, Plat, thanks for for tuning in, man. You got it, dude. We're happy to stream. But yeah, Gandork's saying that Moophisto's actually threatening lethal.
Right. That's what I was. Like, that's what I was looking at.
All these dice.
Yep.
I mean, and I don't think Gringo can do anything about it.
No, because I mean, you got what 4 now. That puts it at 8, plus the 3. That's lethal. I mean, if he doesn't remove any of the dice, it's done. And he doesn't have any. He just has Lothcat, right?
He already played it.
Oh, he already played it. Oh, okay, I see it. I see it in the Discord. Yeah. So,
Holly, can you check the top 8 lists? Is anyone else playing this Cassian deck?
Let me jump over to the Discord and find out. So we're talking about. So which deck do you want to know?
The deck Gringo's playing: Cassian, Rebel, Senator, and Grief.
Oh come on now! You already know the answer to that. Beacon Fire even beat you to it.
Malok's playing it.
Yeah, Cassian is Malok's baby.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. So that's what I was starting to get at was, obviously every player is different, has their own style. So I would be really interested to see how another top player pilots this deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, thanks, Beacon. Here goes the Riot.
Yep.
Single source can block 3. GG.
GG's. Good game, guys. Congrats, Moophisto. So Moophisto takes that one 2-0 in the top 8 of December. Very good. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
I do love support decks. I do like to see supports being played. That was one of the ways that I originally started playing Destiny was with supports, just dumping as much dice on the table as I can.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think actually when we here on OTS, we did a video interview. I think it was 86 who did it a couple months ago with like Beacon and Eric and Elrath. And, you know, Elrath made a really interesting point about honestly sarcastic and how he just, I'm pretty sure it was him who made the point, like that he would play support decks because you can just poop out dice. And like eventually, because there's variants, like eventually the dice are just going to roll what you need them to roll. If you have that many dice.
If you're limiting your amount of dice to, you know, 5 dice per character or 3 dice per character, you know, your ratio for variance goes way in the opposite direction of not in your favor. So the more dice you can add to the table, the better. That way your variance kind of evens out. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Well, Majo, thanks for picking up the slack for me tonight.
Yeah, dude. I hope your CPU didn't like melt.
Yeah. Time will tell. We'll see what happens.
Better get some new thermal paste on that bad boy.
Right? Yeah. Figure out something. We're gonna be streaming in St. Louis at the end of the month, so coming down to see Norm, bringing the hype.
Yeah, dude. I'm so excited.
So am I.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. It's gonna do it for us. Appreciate everyone. Beacon, Gandorg, Platt, Rebel, Maulong, Norm, everybody. Luigi86, Mr. Mood Slayer.
Yeah, don't worry about that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit everybody, but yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We had a couple technical difficulties early on, but yeah, we'll keep streaming and come into the rotation, and yeah, appreciate it, guys. So
congrats, Moophisto, on the win.
Yeah, congrats, Moo.
Good game, Gringo and Moo. We'll catch the next one.
All right, take care, everybody. Adios. Okay, stream has ended.